Good morning, citizens, and welcome to my Foundation Festival Aurora Giveaway Series Part 2. If you haven't watched Part 1, feel free to check that out in the link in the description below. I'll have the whole playlist there so that you can check that out and watch the videos. Very easy to win. All you need to do is enter by being a subscriber to the channel, because this is a thank you to all the people who have supported my channel, subscribed my channel, and allowed me to grow. On top of that, every video I'm asking a question. You just need to answer the question in the video. I'm going to randomly choose a video at the end of the series, randomly choose one of the comments from that video. If you've answered the question in that comment and you are a subscriber, then you win this package. Awesome package. Not really great to see right now. This is the Aurora MR. It does have the Foundation Fest livery on it, although currently it's in the dark, you can't see. Also looks like I've got a little bit of damage on one of the wings. Or is that just a weird graphical error? Oh no, I believe I do have a little bit of damage. Don't know how that happened. Some of these ships are taking damage when they're going through Atmo. I'm not sure exactly why that is. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of showing you that you can just take the basic game package and you can play the game. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on the game. All you really need to do is kind of enjoy spending a small amount of money. We have someone flying here into Bajini Station. I just left there and we're in space, and I just set myself a course to go to Lyra. So Lyra right here, we're gonna go to this moon, and the reason why, twofold. You can see I'm a little bit thirsty here. Also, we're set as our base in Area 18 because I decided to try the tutorial, which you will see in Part 1. However, I'm gonna reset my spawn by going to a clinic and setting it in a station, but I think I'm gonna go to Everest Harbor because I want to base a little bit more around the area of Lorville for the moment. But I need to get some food, I need to get some supplies, since we are starting out absolutely with nothing. And if you are just starting out, you just have the basic game package and you don't really have anything, you can just follow along with me and you can get some basic supplies. Two things we're going to get some weapons, and we're going to get some food and water, so we don't have to worry about it. And you really don't need food. All you need is cruise. Cruise will give you the protein as well as the hydration. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fly around to the OEM marker 2. Orbital marker 2 is there. Once we've calibrated, we're going to fly over there. And this is a super easy way to get to one of my favorite locations to get some supplies. Now we're going to point down at the planet. We're going to aim. So if we look up here at the top of the screen, and I'm going to make a little mini tutorial on this because someone might miss this on how you get to Paradise Cove, which is an unmarked area. So right here we can see we're somewhere around maybe 57 for our angle. We're going to aim towards around 201, which will be, keep going, a little bit over here. Went a little bit too far, so we're going to go back this way a bit. About 201, so just past the 200 mark. Right about there. And then we're gonna look, if we look here, our elevation, how we're pointing, is about -71. We're gonna go nose up just a little bit to about 70, and we're gonna make sure we're back to about 201. Make sure that our crosshair is right in the middle here. We're gonna mouse wheel up, we're gonna hit C, and we're just gonna fly. And that is it. I mean, there's lots of ways to get to Paradise Cove by going to different locations on the ground, positioning yourself over something, flying a certain distance to a certain distance away from another location, then turning and going a different direction, heading towards a different marker, counting the distance from that. Really complex. I like to figure out the easy ways, and this is by far the easiest way. Not touching the mouse, I'm not changing my elevation or my direction at all. I'm pointed right to it. Eventually we're going to hit the atmosphere, and once we hit the atmosphere, where we're showing we're on a bearing of about 201, it's actually going to show us that we're almost heading north. We're going to make sure we head exactly due north at that point and just fly to our location. So I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here because it's going to take a while for me to just kind of fly there, and then you can see us land at Paradise Cove. Hopefully no one's around, and we're going to grab ourselves some medical equipment and some weapons. Okay, we're getting a bit closer now. We have just started to hit atmosphere. We're at about 1,100 meters above the surface. And if you look ahead, you can see it flattens out and there's a little bit of a mountain range right ahead. That is where we're heading. In fact, we're heading to the one that is just on the left of these two groups of mountains. We're getting a lot closer. When your altitude gets to about 4,000, that's when I like to hit C again and turn off my my cruise. I'm going to scroll down a bit so I'm not moving as fast. And then we're just flying to this group of mountains. So you can see there's a mountain right there, and there's mountains right here. This is the one we're going to. And from there, there's two little valleys, and we're going to go actually to the left valley of those mountains. So I'm going a little bit slow, so I'm going to mouse wheel up again to get a little bit of speed. And we're just going to aim right here. And nobody has shown up on radar yet, so we don't have to really worry about that. Now, while I'm flying there, let's take a look at this beautiful ship. So if you win this game package, you get this ship. You're going to get 6 months insurance, you're going to get a self-land hangar, and you're going to get this livery. So you can actually take this paint off and have the regular MR, or you can have this Foundation Fest livery. So pretty cool. I don't see anyone showing up here. I'm going to mouse wheel down a little bit now, and I'm going to hit N. And N will be our landing gear. What is that? That is a busted up ship. So somebody was around here earlier. If you have a vulture, you can come here and you kind of do a little bit of scraping. But we can hit F4 and we can see here, this is where we're going. Paradise Cove, the best place to loot weapons because very rarely is anyone kind of hanging out here. If you really want to, what you could do is you could loot to local here. Just bring your basic white undersuit if you've died. You don't need anything else. Come here, loot to local. Go into your ship, get yourself a little bit of a rest by logging out, doing a bed log back in, and loot again. You can, like, sometimes get quite a few weapons here. Yeah, so I don't know why atmosphere has damaged my ship, but it has taken some damage just by leaving ArcCorp atmosphere. So here we are. We got a little bit there, a little bit here. We're going to have to repair that up, but we're going to go into Paradise Cove now. The routine I like to do in order to loot this area, this is one of the first things I do whenever I start brand new, like I just have, is I like to go loot for weapons, and then I'll go get some food. So we got a Wow Blast pistol, like a toy Nerf gun. We got ourselves a sniper rifle. We got ourselves a 16x scope. We got a 2x holographic scope. We got some magazines for both the Desperado and the sniper. So move that. Oh, I'm going to go back. Go to local, move that. I'm going to move everything to local right now. I'm not going to put anything in my inventory. We're going to go up this ladder. We're going to loot the whole roof of this area. And then we're going to go down below and loot there. So I check here. Sometimes there's something here. Currently nothing. If there are ships that show up, you could try using these guns and take them out. But if you're bringing nothing here and you only have the Aurora, you don't have to really worry about it, because if you do get destroyed, everything is safe in local inventory. You can see we got some more guns here. We're going to move everything. I'm not really going to take the time to look at what we have right now. We're just going to go quick and just do looting. No one can take your stuff out of local. Currently, local is just for you. So by doing that, you can always come back here later and get some more stuff. Nothing in there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Let me out. There we go. Go up here. Sometimes there's something right here. Sometimes there's something up here, but there's nothing currently there. Nothing here. So it's different every time, so it's good just getting a routine of knowing where to look and seeing if anything is showing up. Seems kind of sparse, but we haven't gone inside yet, and really, a couple guns is better than nothing. It'll allow me to do other missions. Up here, we got another gun box here. That's one thing I kind of wish, that it didn't always automatically go to personal. It would stay at local, so you could just easily do this. What's this one? Arrowhead Voyager Sniper Rifle. Interesting. We got an attachment for the multi-tool for doing some medical stuff. Nothing else up here. Sometimes there is a box on top of here, so look there. We can go inside here. Another box. Perfect. Now, during something like Jump Town, maybe avoid this location. Another Wow Blast. Not really useful, but they're kind of fun. And that's it. We've looted the roof, so now we're just going to jump down. We're on a moon, so you can jump a lot farther than if you were on one of the planets. We're going to go inside, and we're just going to quickly run around. see what we have here. And this is something you can do with any ship. There we go. What's this? I haven't found a medical box yet, so we'll keep looking. Got a knife? Let's just put that on. Why not? Put a handgun on? Sure. You can do this with any ship because you can just land and loot and then take off. And anything you leave in local, you can always come back and get later. When there's an event going on that's producing drugs, this is one of the areas that produces the drugs that you can put in your ship and sell for some good money. Another box here. So here's one of the medical boxes. So we got a medical tool. We got some adrenaline pens, some oxy pens, different things we can use there. No med pens. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. This is where you can actually buy drugs for trade. So if I wanted to buy some right now, I would choose my Aurora. Why is it showing up 2 of them there? That's confusing me. But you can buy some drugs, the ETAM or the Neon, and you can sell that. Let's check in here. I do like they've made the animation for jumping over that wall a lot better, and that is cool. Nothing in here today. Weapon box here. Move all. Nothing, 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 nothing. Sometimes I miss around here. I forget to check there. Don't forget there. And sometimes here, nothing there. And I think that is it. I think I grabbed everything. So I could do a logout and come back and try more, but I'm not going to worry about that. And since things aren't fully physicalized yet, your gear that you find in loot to local, you can just move it from within the armistice zone, or in this case, just within the range of the area. So I'm going to run back into my ship. Why can't I get in here? There we go. Is it because I'm on a hill? Okay, we're going to try on this side. Open. There we go. Good enough. Close. Close. Going to hit I. Now, local has all this stuff. Vehicles. You can see here, 33% of my vehicle is now full, and that is why I like the Aurora. It's got a little bit of space in here. You can put quite a bit of stuff in there. So now I have all those weapons I just looted, and we are now going to go get some food. I'm not going to hang around here too long because you never know if someone's going to show up. And we are not in an armistice zone here, so you can quite easily lose all your gear. So hit I to turn my engines back on, and up we go into space. Because we're on the moon, if I hit B, as soon as those markers around us turn blue, we are in space. That's how long it takes. It's not long at all. We're going to go to one of these POIs. Let's see. Playhouse. No, we're not going there. Which is this? Human processing. Orphanage. No. Operations depot. Processing. Pit. Mining facility. That's where we want to go. We're going to go to the mining facility SAL5. And we're going to get ourselves some food, and then we're going to head over to Loreville, to Everest Harbor. We're going to drop off all our equipment, and we're going to set up base there. Now, while we fly there, I think I'm going to ask my question. So this is the question that if you want to enter to win this game package for this video, your entry, answer this. What is your most recommended starter ship, do you think, for new people? I always recommend, unless there's a sale going on, like when there was the Pisces sale for $45, or I think it might have even been less at one point. What an awesome deal that was. I have always recommended the Aurora. I've loved the Aurora. It used to be a lot better than the Mustang. However, when the Mustang got its little cargo box that dropped down, it became pretty solid as well. So both good. Maybe keep this under 100. So the Cuddy, I believe, is 115, 120, around there, maybe more. So that's out. But we have the Aurora, the Mustang, the C8X, the Cutter, I believe, is under 100 for the starter. The 100i, the Nomad is around that. I'm not sure. So look at the starter packs. Go on the RSI website. Look at the starter packs. What would be your recommended starter pack for a new player starting out in the verse? What do you think is a good solid ship? I do like the MR. I think this is a solid one, and as you'll see in this video, you can do a lot with this ship. There's some things you can't easily do. I mean, really, I do like the Nomad. It is a cool starter ship. It'd be maybe the one if someone's willing to spend a little bit more. But really, to get into the game, you can always upgrade later. Why not start with an Aurora and see what it is? See what it's like, see what you can do. So I'm going to head to this mining facility here, 15 kilometers out. I'm going to keep my jump drive on a little bit until we get closer so that I know that I'm aiming in the right direction. Once I get closer, I'm going to tap B. That'll turn it off. But right now, if I do that, I can't see. I can't see where the marker is, but having it on there, even though it's too close, it is showing me that this is directional aim. So I'm aimed there now. I can mouse down. Hitting F4 sometimes helps out because you can see things kind of are in view a little bit easier. We're going to hit N every time we are coming in for a landing. Make sure you hit N and put your landing gear down because it always automatically raises when you jump. You don't need to land on the pads normally, but I'm going to see if this actually needs repair. If you look down here, I look like I'm in good shape, but my visual look of this looks kind of wrecked. There's a caterpillar in 2 pieces here. Looks like a... what is that? Is that a Avenger? I think so. Yeah, there has been some damage to some ships here. I really wish you could use the Vulture inside an armistice zone and do a little bit of cleanup here, but currently that is not the case. Makes sense because then you'd be able to like take apart and salvage ships while people are trying to buy things. So I'm going to hit F1. I'm going to go to this little wrench here. No. Hydrogen is the only thing. And it's even saying I don't need a Quantanium. I don't know. Interesting. Hit I to turn off my engines. Just get in the habit of doing that when you park in hangars, because sometimes when you take your ship out later, it will be floating in the air if you didn't have your engines off when you landed. So I wonder what happened to this caterpillar. I like the color, the red and white, like the dark red. That's pretty cool. Now, point of interest like this, have this little bullet with a slash out here. That means these are in an armistice zone, meaning you can't. Also, before I forget, get in the habit of closing your ship door so no one steals it while you are running around. I didn't do it at Paradise Cove because no one was there at the moment. Also, I want to be able to quickly get into it if I needed to. But any point of interest like that with an armistice zone, you can't fire weapons in here. People still potentially can ram your ship and destroy it, but for the most part, you're relatively safe. I'm wondering if there's any cargo in here. Can't use the... Oh, I just kind of flew right through it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna have to crawl out. Okay, don't do that. So this ship has obviously been destroyed. Looks more intact on the outside than I was expecting it to be. The other half over there. Alright, any point of interest has areas that you can loot. So I'm gonna go just loot all the buildings. Start out with the Platinum Bay here. Platinum Bay, you can take some ground vehicles out of. So if you've used a referral code when you got the game during the Foundation Fest and you got the STV, you can take it out there. I did use one when I made this account. However, I don't think I have the vehicle yet. You don't get it until after the event, so it might not have shown up yet. Let's take a look. Currently no STV. That will hopefully show up later. But we're looking for these boxes. Loot this. Again, loot to local, but we have some clothes here which you can sell for money. The crews here, good food, helps keep you hydrated. In fact, I'm going to grab one right now, put it in my hand, take my helmet off, and we're at 36% health and 80% for like proteins. Drinking this, you're going to notice both go up there. Going to help hydrate and feed us at the same time. No need to go buy food when you can just be looting tons of food here. Now this here, there is no garbage in here, so let's just put that on the table. Don't drop it on the floor. You know, at least put it on the table. Don't forget to put your helmet back on, because if you don't, you're going to run outside, and we are not on a planet, we're on a moon. On Lorville or Air 18 or Orson, you're okay. Microtech, you're okay. You can sometimes be a little bit cold, but for the most part, you're okay, and you can at least get some warning. Even on the moons, you do have enough time to really react. You don't die immediately, but it is fairly quick, so you have to kind of be careful. Interstellar. That's how I'm speaking today. We're going to go in here. We're going to get ourselves some more loot, hopefully. We're going to look for two things. We have gray and red boxes. Gray boxes mostly have multi-tools, food, clothing. Here's another gray box here. Looking for some multi-tools. There's a multi-tool. Put that on. And we have a mining attachment. If I want to do hand mining, well, might as well put that on for right now. So we have the multi-tool right here. And again, closed to sale. We're going to move all that to local. The red boxes tend to have fancier things, including things that are subscriber only in some cases. Some fancy armor, some different colored weapons. They are able to be found there. You're not going to find any weapons in an armistice zone though. So you will have to go to another place to find weapons, but you will find subscriber armor and other things like that in the red boxes. Looting again, really you don't need a lot of the stuff here. The fruit that I'm finding, the random weird things like these things, the revenant pods, aren't really worth that much money at all. However, just because looting all works, if I don't have enough room in my Aurora, I will be leaving those things behind. The clothing is good money. The food, the cruise especially, is great. And multi-tools just save you from ever having to buy them, and if you die, you're able to get another multi-tool right away. You're going to find tractor beam attachments. You're going to find the mining attachments. There are medical attachments, but I don't really tend to use those at all, but they are still useful. No red boxes yet, eh? Okay. Another multi-tool here. Some gloves, an apple. Lots of things here. All right. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Oh, but a box here that I almost missed. What's in this one? Lots of stuff in this one. More clothes, more multi-tools. There's the mining attachment again. Did I get a tractor attachment? I did. So I have the tractor beam attachment. I got 3 of them, apparently. Awesome. There's usually a platinum bay and then 3 other buildings here, including one that that helps sell cargo if you're doing cargo trading. And I will be doing a little bit of trading later, both maybe doing some of the illegal trade as well as the higher value legal trade like gold, which with an Aurora isn't really a lot of money, but it is. Okay, it is at least something, and it will show you how trading is done. So in here should be a trading console right here. So again, you can just choose your ship. And I don't know why it's showing up 2 different Auroras. I have to figure that out, because neither of them are showing up in cargo. So that is kind of a bug at the moment. There is another box up here. Move all. No red ones, eh? Well, that's alright. We have got plenty of food, plenty of multi-tools, some things to sell, and a bunch of weapons. Let's head to Everest Harbor and set up shop there. Now, just like the local inventory here, anything that I put in local inventory at Everest Harbor is going to be available only to me. It's kind of like your own personal locker. So I'm going to go and I'm going to drop off all this stuff here, and if I ever want to kind of move things around, I like to leave multi-tools at various stations, as well as maybe a suit of armor, maybe a weapon. That way, no matter where I am, if I decide to do a mission that's going to require something like a tractor beam or a gun, all I need to do is just at that station grab it and pick it up. So I don't need to close the door there, because as soon as I start jumping, everything will close. As soon as I sit down, I'm going to hit I again. That turns my weapons, or not my weapons, but my my engines on. We're going to go to Hurston by flying straight up. Mouse wheel controls your maximum speed, so if I do this, at least I can accelerate faster. But now that I'm up into space, I'm going to actually put it back down to the blue zone, which is the maximum speed I can travel without losing the ability to control myself to turn. Especially in atmosphere, it's fairly important, but it's also good if you're trying to land at a station that you don't have your throttle max set to the highest velocity. That way you're not going to lurch right into the side of the station and blow up. So 22 million kilometers away, 22.6. It is going down, but we're going to do a little bit of a cut here again. And we're going to go land at Everest Harbor. And that'll be kind of the end of part 2, I think. So don't forget to leave a comment below, answer the question I asked, and you'll be entered to win this beautiful ship. One thing popped up as we were coming into the planet here. It did say journal entry because we've entered Hurston Dynamics. So jurisdiction, Hurston Dynamics. You can read all about the different fines for things that you do within jurisdiction of Hurston. So if we look at our map here, Hurston Dynamics owns this planet here. ArcCorp owns this planet. Crusader owns this planet, and Microtech owns this planet. So they each have their own spheres of influence. Also, if we're looking at different missions, like say some bounty hunting missions and stuff like that, these are for the different areas in this location here. Some of them are longer reaching, so some of the bounty missions, especially for other players, may send you across the whole system. If you're doing something like delivery, which I don't see currently here, those will send you usually to only the location of the planet that you're on. Now everything here very dark right now. I can't really see too much, but we need to go to the space station. There are 2 ways to go to the space station. I can hit F2, double click on here, mouse wheel into here, choose Everest Harbor, and I can go there. It'll send me around the planet because Everest Harbor is currently on the other side of the planet. Now looking at these here, we have these little symbols here. You can see this one is like a hexagon. This one's a hexagon, but this one's dashed line. This one is in this side of the planet. This one's in the other side of the planet. These diamond shapes that you see here. Oh, if I can just stop swinging. These diamond shapes are orbital markers. The red means that they're obstructed. Green means I can jump to them, so I can jump to this one over here. Just aim at it, and I'll jump to orbital marker 5. Then we have the in-space symbols. Well, there's also one more on the planet. Let's find it. Looks like home plate to me. It's this 5-sided shape right here. That is the main city. Only one of those in any planet, so this one is Lorville. Now, over top of Lorville, in this space, you're going to find the space station. Space station is a square as opposed to a diamond. And then we have moons, and we have other planets. So if I clear this, so it'll show them all up again. Moons are a circle with another circle beside it. That is a moon. Where another planet, I can just point at this planet, is a perfect circle. So there's an orbital marker on the other side of it, so it looks like a circle with a diamond. But if I just choose, for instance, ArcCorp again, that'll help set us to there so I don't have to search around for it. Just a circle, so not a circle within a circle. And so we're going to find Everest Harbor here. Going to set our route, and it's going to take 2 jumps to get there because there is an obstruction between the space station and us. So we're going to go to orbital marker 4 right here. Once it's calibrated, we'll jump, and it'll send us to our next location, which will be the station. And you'll see the station is just a square. Very easy to see. So when you see a square, that means that's one of the stations that's around the planet. So we're going to go to Everest Harbor here. 888.3, I should say, kilometers away. And then we're going to hit B to turn our jump drive off. Don't point at the station and fly. That's not smart. Aim to the side of the station. That way, if you don't brake in time, or if you accidentally hit decoupled, I'll explain that. I've let go of my throttle and I'm slowing down. Push W, I'm speeding up. Let go, slowing down. If I hit Alt-C, now I'm decoupled. It doesn't matter where I'm pointing. I'm drifting in the direction I was last going. If I now thrust this way, I'm now drifting there. That little marker that you see right there, that's kind of showing you the direction you're heading. So right now, I'm actually heading in that direction, even though I'm facing in this direction, because I have decoupled flight on. Alt-C turns it back on. That'll slow me right down again. C is cruise control. Put it on automatically. I don't have to hold W, hit it again, it turns it off. So we're going to fly towards the station until we get a request to request landing. I can hit N to put my landing gear down now so I don't forget. I'm going to speed up a little bit. And now we're in the armistice zone, so we're going to get a request for landing. So I'm going to hit Alt-N. Sometimes a little symbol or little words will pop up saying call ATC to request landing, but there it is, right there. You could have done a little bit earlier, but Alt-N.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
And that's going to give us a landing right here. Everest Harbor, I don't know why it doesn't have side entrance hangars. It's only got top entrance. I kind of think side entrance, they're definitely easier to land in, but these aren't too bad, especially in Aurora. It's a tiny little ship. Also, because I'm in the armistice zone, right up here, at any point I could transfer things to local inventory. So I'm going to come to a stop here. I'm going to hold Y to get out of my seat. And I can hit I once I'm standing up. Hit I, vehicles, and I can start dragging things over. I can move all. I can hold shift and click on a bunch of stuff, and I can get things in there. Might as well move everything there now, so everything's out of my vehicle in there. Kind of a little magic thing that doesn't really make any sense yet, but you know, might as well take advantage of it if you want to quickly drop things off and keep moving. You don't need to refuel, you don't need to land and go inside. Why not just fly within the armistice zone, drop stuff off, and take off? This only works for the stuff that is stored in your inventory of your ship like I just did. If you have cargo or if you have physical boxes or something sitting in your ship, like a weapon that you've salvaged off something else, you cannot just quickly magically move it. And in fact, some things like weapons, it's really much more complex on how you transfer those into your inventory. At least currently, things might change in 3.2. So until then, it's a bit of a thing to do. So we're landed now. Hit I, turn off engines, hold Y to get out. I would normally take all the stuff out of my ship inventory, but I already did. So there's no reason to worry about that right now. We're going to hit this to open the door. I'm going to close our door. And we're going to find this. Where it says arrivals, that's where we're going. And we're going to go from hangar 3. If you ever forget what hangar you're in, partly it shows up there. It shows up here, usually, as well as above the door, usually. When I get in here, it should tell me. I thought it, oh yeah, right there. It says right there. And at the ASOP terminals, it'll show you where your hangar is. So if you're running back to your ship and this marker isn't showing up, showing you where your ship is, sometimes that happens. All you need to do is go to the ASOP terminal here, and it'll tell you hangar 3. I'm going to store my ship. It's stored. And then we're going to go... What happened? Someone somehow got an Aurora into the station? What do you think happened here? He doesn't know. If you want to talk to someone, hold down numpad plus, like I just did, and then you can actually speak and they'll hear you. But this is, yeah, impressive. Never seen a ship crash inside the station before. Is it multiple ships or is this one? Yeah, because this is, oh, wow, that is crazy. Yeah, something happened. I'm thinking if you ram the ship fast enough, it actually clips through, and that's what someone's been doing. Unfortunately, I can't pick these up and sell them. Unfortunately, that's not possible because we're in the armistice zone. We are going to go make a little bit of cash, and that's where we're going to call it for today. We're going to go to the Galleria. Now, I can check my hydration, 77%. That's not too bad. Where are we going to go? We can go to this place first. I'm not really going to... Ooh. So you could pick stuff like this up. Grab. Probably Horizon helmets, I'm guessing. Let's see. Yeah, Horizon helmets. You could do that. Or, if you're really close to the things, hit I. And then you can drag things into your inventory. It always doesn't hurt to have a couple extra undersuits in case they're needed. So I'll just drag those in. Perfect. Alright, we're going to see what we can sell. I'm not going to sell the weapons I got right now, but if you wanted to. That Horizon helmet, see, those were $60 if you sell the undersuit and the helmet. I'm going to keep those here for now. The flash hider is 120. The grenades are worth 50. The reflex sight not worth anything, possibly because it's just not sold here. What else? The sniper rifle is about 2,000. The C54 submachine gun is 750. I like these guns. I'm going to keep them for a while, but I mean, you could sell that, make some money with these sniper rifles. Go get more. That's like $4 grand in sniper rifles just for those two there. This sniper rifle is 350. Knife's not worth anything. Really, not much to sell here that I want to sell for now. I'll go through later and figure out what I want to keep, but at the moment, I'm not really worried about that. What I'm looking for is a clothing store, which may be upstairs. That's the bar. Let's go upstairs. We'll also go to admin. Admin is always yellow door. Not always the same place, but you just look for these yellow doors here in the stations. You go to admin. This is where you can sell those fruit. I'll show you how they're really not worth anything. So we're going to choose Everest Harbor inventory and sell. Nothing's showing up there. Okay, so the fruit aren't showing up there. Not sure why. Clothing store, clothing store. Here we go. So again, we're going to choose sell. Nothing, eh? Weird. Maybe there's a bit of an issue. Sometimes that happens where things aren't showing up, but our clothing should be showing up there to sell. So if I hit I, clothing. Clothing. Oh! Did I not transfer any of the clothing? Did I not transfer? Oh! And this is why you have to pay attention. I didn't transfer the food that I picked up at that point of interest. Or the clothing. Only the weapons. That's why only they were showing up. So, I made a mistake. I'm going to go loot other point of interest later. Maybe that'll be next time. I might do that off recording so you don't have to watch me do that again. I might just go to, say, Magda or Ita or something and just loot a couple. There's only 2 on Magda. That's usually a good place. No one's usually there. We got Han and we got Perlman. Loot those places and come back because I currently don't have anything because I didn't transfer my inventory. That's something you have to remember to do, and apparently I did not. Makes sense though. I was wondering why nothing was working as far as selling goes, but my mistake. We're going to do one last thing before we call quits, and that is we're going to make sure that our spawn is set to this location. That way, when I die, because that's probably going to happen eventually, this is where I'll end up. So you're going to go to the clinic, and you got the insurance place, which is right here, Olympus Principal Insurance. This is how spawn works. You access this. Currently, my primary residence is Area 18. Transfer imprint, and confirm. Now, my primary residence is the Kelto RX. I can reset to Area 18. No matter where I am in the verse, I could be at any location. I can set my regeneration to that location, or I can reset to my primary, which is Area 18. I can't reset to this space station, but I can always at least set it here. So as long as I don't reset my regeneration to any other location, if I die, I'm going to show up at this location. If I show you, let's just take our gear off. Why don't you let me? There we go. There we go. Just so I have it off me. I'm going to hold backspace. Boom. Death. We won't count this as a death. This is just more of a demonstration death. I'm going to wake up in Everest Harbor, not Area 18. So just give it a moment. It's going to respawn us in a med bed. If you've died of injuries, those will be healed. Your gear will be gone. at the location you died at. Sometimes your body is entirely unrecoverable, but here in this case, because I put it into local inventory, all my gear is still here. Now we have an issue here. Med gowns. People drop these all over the place. I don't see why. Another undersuit. Let's take this undersuit. Why not? So I'm going to put my med gown in my inventory. Get rid of it later. I'll put that undersuit on. But if I put these here... Drag. Someone didn't want their white undersuit. Why not have free undersuits? You can sell them if you want. You can pick them up. Especially if you're just starting out, why not have a free undersuit? But on top of that, we have armor. Put a helmet on. I like my yellow helmet. We're going to put that back on. We have armor. Put the legs back on. Put the chest armor back on. Put the armor back on. And let's get our multi-tool. And it has mining attachment. We don't need another mining attachment. No med pens, so I'll grab some med pens before I leave. It's always good to have at least one med pen on you. They're cheap, but they're only about 50 bucks, I think. So let's go with med pen, 100 bucks. That's all right. I'm going to buy one of those. And that's in utility. I'm going to pop that in there. So now I have a med pen. So if I hit C, I pulled a med pen. If I left click, it would use it. Hold R, put it back. So now if I take damage, as long as I haven't passed out, hit C, use the med pen, heal yourself back up. Awesome. So that's it for part 2. Hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully one of you is going to win this awesome game package. So until next time, why am I lost? Okay, there we go. Until next time, I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Goodbye.